Still matters to me. I know it matters to you. I don't know if it matters to others. And that's what I want to talk about today. Real quick, today is Monday, April 15th, 2024. For those of you that don't know, I was raised by my grandparents, and my favorite person in the whole wide world is my grandmother, Dolly Mae Miller. That's my person. You know, she taught me, you know, she did things for me that I never could pay her back. You know how you just have that one person that no matter how much you give or how much money or time or whatever, that person, you just can't measure what they did for you in money or anything. It's just, you know, I would not be here if it wasn't for her, okay? Today is her birthday, and she died in 2005. My birthday is January 19th. She died January 26th. She died exactly a week after I turned 30. And she always talked to me about making it to see me be 30, and she did. And she raised 7 kids. And luckily for me, I was her 8th. And I just want to say, Grandma, I know you're watching. I hope I've done you proud. I talk to you all the time. And I just want to tell you happy birthday and thank you for everything. And I'll see you soon. But today is another day that is, I think it's going to go down in the history books, good or bad. I think both. Today is the trial of a former president, a president that is, you know, up for re-election. We haven't had that since Grover Cleveland, that a person became president, left office, and then became president again. And Donald Trump, we're going to look back at this guy hundreds of years from now, and people are going to say, why do they go so crazy about this man? I know you guys don't like when I talk about politics, but I am a staunch patriot. I love my country, man. I love my country. And I don't give a shit, excuse my language, if you don't like Donald Trump or not. It's not about that. You know what I mean? It's about us in America and this right here. Our founding ideals of this great nation that is losing its way very, very quickly. Donald Trump, what he's done to this country and for this country, you can look at it a few ways. But I said this a few weeks ago. He didn't drain the swamp, but he definitely lowered the swamp down, so you'll see where people are coming from. Now listen, I am not no Donald Trump lover or nothing like that. I do like Donald Trump though. I've always liked Donald Trump. I used to buy his books, his courses. I actually seen Donald Trump in person in 2007, I think it was. I was in a network marketing company. He represented it. It was called ACN, and he came there, and that was cool, man. He used to talk for our company and stuff. I did it for about a year and a half or something like that. But I, read his books, The Art of the Deal, stuff like that. I used to, be a real estate investor, and I love Donald Trump. But I remember when he came down the escalator in 2015, and he announced that he was going to run for presidency, because, there were rumors out there, and I thought he was just joking. But when he really said he's going to do it, I had mixed emotions about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I was just like, wow, Donald Trump wants to be president. And all I kept thinking was, because I didn't watch The Apprentice or nothing like that. I hadn't really kept up with Donald Trump for a few years leading up to that. And I was like, wow, this guy wants to be president, huh? And I didn't give it a lot of thought. But when I did give it some thought, I'm just like, I don't know about that. I mean, he is a good businessman and stuff like that, but he's too arrogant. And he's just, I don't know if he has the fortitude to do it. Is he doing it for the right reasons? He's just doing it for his ego? Did he make a bet with somebody? Like, I had all these thoughts. But again, it wasn't a thing in my forefront of my mind. This is 2015. I had just turned, 40? 75? Yeah, I was 40. And I had other things on my mind then. I wasn't nowhere near the person that I am now. and it has to do with Donald Trump. Donald Trump has woken me up for a lot of different things. So when he became president, I didn't vote for him the first time, by the way. I did not vote for him, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton or anything like that, but I voted for a Green Party candidate because I had left the Democratic Party. I was a Democrat for a long time until maybe 2010, 11-ish, when my daughter's uncle, her great uncle, started telling me about Obama, because I used to love me some Obama because he looked like me. But then when I really started getting into politics and learning about politics, I quickly realized he wasn't the man that I thought he was. And I was watching the pundits that were telling me he was a good guy. But anyways, so now, fast forward to now, you know, all the stuff that Donald Trump did, and just exposing these people, man. Again, it's not Republicans and Democrats, because a lot of Republicans hate Donald Trump even more than Democrats. Believe that, because they have a system there in that in that world in DC. In DC, that is a system that is not made for us. It's made for them, and it's a very corrupt system. And Donald Trump was exposing that. Now, I didn't know that in the beginning, but let's just say the Uniparty is more unified than ever when it comes to going against Donald Trump. And, you know, I don't have to tell you all the stuff that's happened over the last 9 years or so, when he came down an escalator in 2015. But now, out of all these 4 indictments or whatever he has, this one here is, my goodness, man. Do you know what this is about, by the way? Because you just kind of lose, like, oh man, another one is no big deal. This is such nonsense. You know what I mean? This is the thing with Stormy Daniels and him paying her off and writing out a check or whatever to her, and he didn't document the check and blah, 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 blah. And they turned it into just all this other stuff. And the DA, Fat Alvin Bragg, I like to call him, what a piece of shit that man is. He is a piece of shit. I don't know who's worse, him, or the other one from New York City, that black lady. This is bad, man. This is bad. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna turn our country on its head. Now, I said this yesterday in the video, and I'm not trying to start any violence. YouTube, I'm not promoting any violence. I'm just saying what I'm seeing, YouTube, okay? But this right here is going to cause so much more division, because there are people that are waking up to this nonsense. Because, listen, I used to watch CNN, right? CNN is a failing network. I just read this morning that Charles Barkley's show, whatever that show's called, King Charles or whatever. First of all, I used to watch NBA. I used to have an NBA channel. I used to love these people. I cannot stand Charles Barkley anymore. I can't stand any of these people. You know what I mean? And Charles Barkley had a show where basically all he did was just go on Trump derangement syndrome rants, and he had that lady, what's her name? Oprah Winfrey's flunky, Gayle King or whatever. And all they did was just talk crap about Trump, and that's not his wheelhouse, man. He has no idea what he's talking about with politics, and neither does Stephen A. Smith, by the way. It's just funny how they're just trying their best to put these people that are in sports and everything else that have no idea what they're talking about. And I'm not a political expert here, guys. I'm not particularly a smart guy. I've never thought I was, never claimed to be. But I will say this: if you sit me down with Charles Barkley or Stephen A. Smith or any one of these clowns, I'd run circles around these dudes. And again, I ain't a smart guy. So they're failing. CNN is failing. These companies, these anti-Trump companies are failing. They're trying to separate us. And what's going to happen now is they're going to talk nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the next 6-8 weeks, however long this trial is going to be. This farce of a trial. And I'm not saying that from I love Trump thing. I love America, man. And this is absolute. See, let me stop before I start cursing and stuff. This is absolute BS, okay? It's BS, and everybody's on here is watching it. And I have friends and family members that don't even talk to me anymore because I'm trying to talk to them about having common sense. I'm an Uncle Tom, I'm a sellout. I'm an Uncle Tom and I'm a sellout because I don't want you to fall for the Democratic line of BS that tells you that Donald Trump is racist, you're a victim, and you're oppressed. I tell you, don't fall for that, and I'm an Uncle Tom. I can make a whole channel about being a black man in America. Anyways, so I believe that and I told you 2024 is going to be the year. It's going to be crazy. I believe this trial is gonna ratchet it up a few notches when it comes to the violence, because people are getting tired of the BS and the narratives and everything else. They're getting tired of Antifa doing whatever they want to do, and Black Lives Matter doing what they want to do, and the anti-Israel people doing whatever they want to do. Anybody on the left, because if you embolden people on the left and let them do anything they want, they just think they can do that. You see this thing that happened, I think it was on the San Francisco bridge. They just completely shut the bridge down and everything else. If you keep letting these people do what they want, then it's cool. But if you have somebody on the quote unquote right, or somebody with common sense that says, man, forget this nonsense. You know, we're going to stand up for our rights. Those people are insurrectionists. You know, objectively speaking, if you just ask yourself, who's done more damage? If you just look at it from a right or left perspective, how they try to have that narrative, and you look at what happened on January, you know what, and then everything that happened in 2020 and 2021 and stuff like that, all the riots and the burning down their own cities and people dying and losing their businesses and everything else. What measure are you going to measure those things by? What metric are you going to measure of which one was worse? Is it the damage? Is it the monetary thing? Is it the forever damage of never coming back, the people that died? No matter what metric that you measure it by, those people on the left have done way more than the quote unquote insurrectionists on January, you know what. And I think 2024 is going to make that stuff that happened from 2020 all the way up till now look like a game of tiddlywinks. And again, YouTube, I am not inciting that. I don't want that to happen. I'm just talking, and I think it's going to happen. We are in a either pre-Civil War, a cold Civil War, or it's just the start, or we're in the beginnings of a civil war, one or the other. And sometimes when you're in that situation, you don't even know what's happening. And what is happening today, what has started today on my grandmother's birthday, April 15th, 2024, is either going to be the downfall or the uprising of our country. I believe that. This is absolutely historic for the wrong reasons. But Donald Trump said it in his statements. He said, "I'm glad to be here." He's the one that's taken the brunt of this for us. He has exposed these people. Without him, we would have never probably known all the stuff that was going on. I know I sure haven't or wouldn't. So orange and orange. The orange man, Donald Trump, has exposed policies and political things in the swamp. And I think the orange of Bitcoin has exposed the monetary system and the lies, because they're all lies and they all work hand in hand together. So I guess orange is the new black, or orange is good, or whatever you want to say. But all jokes aside, I'm very, very upset about this. I'm out here working now, doing some things, and this is just being heavy on my mind. Again, I thank you guys so much for listening to me, because it gives me a springboard or a talking board so I can get this stuff off my chest. But I want to know what you guys think about this. I think this is going to be very, very bad. You know, I got some predictions on it, but as the trial goes, the freaking trial, my God. I can't believe I'm saying that crap, man. As the trial goes on, I'll be covering it more and more and giving you my thoughts on this absolute nonsense. Starts today on April 15th, 2024, day and infamy that is not good, man. It's not good for our country. So don't forget, man, God is good. God is good always. This country is great, and we need to stand up for this country and for our rights and freedoms. And don't let these people take these little bites out of it, because a lot of people died for it. All right. I thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.